Hello and welcome to Wennell's Guide to Soloing Algalon the Observer. Um, so basically this is a DPS race. Mechanic wise it's not too hard, but it's very DPS oriented. I would recommend pre-potting before you pull, and be aware once send your pet into attack first. Pre-pot, send your pet in to attack, and then wait a few seconds before the pull actually encounters. You can see. I would also make sure that every one of your pets is geared towards giving you some sort of a buff towards your DPS. So no useless pets as far as that's concerned, except maybe your tanking pet. Yeah, it's very DPS oriented. Pop everything you can at the very start of the fight. You'll probably have to feign death too, because you're going to just do massive damage at the very start. Probably flask up as well, maybe even food and stuff. As far as how this fight actually goes, you basically have, what is it, 5-6 minutes or whatever for the berserk timer. And basically what you want to do is just keep Algalon on your pet the entire time. If you get aggro, feign death. Mechanics to watch out for is, you can see that red thing that was to the side. Whenever you see that, just kind of move away from it. It doesn't do too much as long as you move away from it. Collapsing stars, whenever you see them near low health, stay away from them. Big bang happens occasionally. You'll take damage. You can use deterrence if you want to, but it's not that big a deal. Just usually it's better just to use that time to catch up with men pet, and then use your Chimera shot to self-heal. Basically how this works though is whenever the collapsing stars reach 0 health, they'll spawn these black holes. You can see them right around, and if you go inside those black holes, it's pretty much a wipe for solo mode. In order to get rid of the black holes, you don't have to get rid of them, but in order to get rid of them, there will be these constellations that will start coming down, and you basically kite the constellations over the black holes. And every constellation you kite over a black hole will eliminate the constellation and the black hole. But it's not that big a deal if you have to worry about DPS more than just focus on your DPS rather than kiting and stuff. So, see, constellations are coming down, so I'm going to kite a couple of them around these black holes. Got rid of one of them. But yeah, you can't hit the berserk timer. If you hit the berserk timer, you're probably dead, because what happens at the berserk timer is he will pretty much one-shot your pet and cast Big Bang, and then he'll one-shot you with Big Bang. So you're pretty screwed if you reach berserk. But this is essentially all there is you're just you've got constellations that come down, black holes on the ground. Not that big a deal. You can just kind of either kite around them or just avoid them. Doesn't really matter. And otherwise you're just popping your pet's defensive cooldowns occasionally while making sure to keep men pet up and feign deathing every once in a while. And then avoiding the red thing on the ground. But it's really all about DPS. You've got to have extremely high DPS in order to down this boss before the berserk timer on 25 man. At 20%, the boss will basically, the black holes, most of the black holes should disappear, and there'll be 4 black holes in a pre-positioned area forming kind of like a square around the boss. From there you just want to DPS the DPS the boss. Your cooldowns should all be up by then, or nearly up by then, so just pop all your cooldowns again and blow the boss up. See, I'm coming up on 1 minute for the berserk timer. I'm like, so I'm waiting for all my cooldowns to start popping them. And here's phase 2. So you can see all the pre-positioned black holes. At this point, there will be ads that spawn. You can pretty much just ignore them. Before, like, you really don't have to worry about the ads. You might have to move away from the red thing, but just don't worry about the ads at all. Just keep focusing down DPS the Algalon. See, I'm like right about to hit its berserk timer. I'm like, pull out everything. And I just barely made it. Like, he was right there. So this fight is really just a DPS race. As long as you can pull the DPS out, you should be able to kill them, but I would recommend being in the new 5.2 gear, like have at least a 500 item level or higher in order to start killing them. Otherwise, it's going to be very painful. You might end up having to flask, pre-pot, pot, all that good stuff. It's just, it is an incredibly, I mean, mechanic-wise, it's not a bad fight at all. It's just an incredibly DPS race. So if you can push up the DPS before the berserk timer, you'll be good. I actually wiped on this boss for like an hour before I figured out it was a berserk timer that was killing me. So this boss I would rank 3rd because of the DPS requirement, behind Yogg and Thorum in Ulduar 25-man. I'd rank Thorum hardest just because it requires that literally precise timing, and then Yogg a very close second because of how difficult all the mechanics in that one is. Plus you have to have high DPS for the brain room, so hopefully you can down all 3 of those and be like, I'm awesome. So hope this guide was helpful, and thanks for watching.